There's a higher power within you. There's a higher power that knows exactly what you want from life. There's a higher power that knows exactly how you can achieve those things. This inner voice knows exactly what you want. This inner voice knows exactly how you can achieve everything that you want to do in life. But every day, this voice is being silenced by the things that you do. Listening to music, watching YouTube, social media. You're muffling this voice inside of you that could change your life just by sitting in solitude. On my way home just now, I talked to myself for 30 minutes straight. No music, no YouTube, no social media, no external stimuli. I talked to myself for 30 minutes straight. There's so many things I realized about myself. There's so many breakthroughs that I had within that 30 minutes because I was just sitting there present with my higher power that lives inside of me. No matter if you're spiritual, no matter if you're religious, it doesn't matter. There's a higher power inside of you. No matter what you believe in, there's always a voice that knows the right thing to do. But because of the external stimuli that you're listening to on a daily basis, you're living on someone else's frequency. You're living through someone else's words. You're living through someone else's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Because every day, this is what you're filling your brain with. You're thinking like that person that you watch on YouTube every day. You're not thinking like yourself anymore. You have to allow that voice to speak. You gotta allow that voice to be heard. When you sit in solitude, there are so many thoughts going through your head because you're overstimulated. You're just repeating to yourself all of the things that you've heard in the past couple hours. You're repeating that song in your head. You're repeating with the quotes that you heard from that video. You have to allow your voice to be heard. You have to sit in solitude. You have to meditate. You have to journal so you can get back to self. There's so many people who've lost themselves. They've lost themselves in social media. They've lost themselves in other people's thinking patterns. They don't know who they are anymore because they can't just sit with themselves for 10 minutes and just understand who they are as a person. You have to be able to understand exactly why you think the way you think. You have to understand why this thing ticks you off. You have to understand why you like this thing. You have to understand why you think the way you think. But most people don't, because they always have to be chasing dopamine, or they always have to have this release, and they always have to be intaking. They always have to be listening to something. Most people don't sit in their car and drive an hour without listening to music or listening to anything. You know, it's fine to listen to positive things. It's fine to listen to podcasts that will, motivate you and teach you something. But sometimes you just need to sit in silence. Let all those things that you've listened to really sit with you for a second so that you can understand those things and process those things. Don't watch this video and then watch this video and then watch this video. Now you're overstimulated already, no matter what type of content you're taking in. It could be affirmations that you're listening to. It can be, self-help. It could be self-motivation. It can be how to get rich tomorrow. It doesn't matter. You have to come back to self eventually. I want to give y'all some actionable steps. Tonight or today or whenever you're seeing this, I want you to grab a piece of paper and just start writing. I promise you, most people, they'll be stuck. They won't know what to write. Their brain is just going to be going on and on because they're overstimulated. They don't have their own thoughts going through their head right now. They have the thoughts of someone else going through their head. They're not able to understand how they feel in the present moment. They don't know how to just sit with themselves. They don't know how to enjoy their own company. Enjoying your own company, that doesn't mean you're by yourself but you're listening to music the whole time. That's not what that means. Because really, that's not just your company. Sure, you're by yourself physically, but on a spiritual level, there's still other energies in the room. You still got that Bryson Tiller or that NBA Youngboy whatever you listen to in the room. This music stimulates frequencies. When you listen to Youngboy, you feel like you want to go beat somebody up. When you listen to someone like Giveon, you're feeling more mellow. What if you listen to yourself? How do you feel when you listen to yourself? Just allow yourself to just sit in silence. I promise a lot of people have never done this before. They've never just sat with themselves and just sat in silence. Look at a wall. Really process your feelings, process your day. Process how you're feeling today. Process your goals. What do you want to do? And not goals that someone else told you that you should have, but goals that you really want. Because this inner voice knows all. These are things that you've known that you wanted since you were a child. That's where hobbies come from. Most of them. They're things that you've been doing since you were a child. But ever since that child stage, you've just been taking in information. You've been taking in external stimuli. You've been taking in people's opinions. So you've lost yourself within all of that. You don't understand what you want anymore. You don't understand how your brain functions. What are things that you live by? What are things that you like and don't like? The talk that I had with myself during my commute home, it got deep, man. I sat by myself. I almost made myself cry, bro. I can't even tell you the last time that I cried. In that conversation I had with myself, I almost broke down. Why? Because that's me speaking from the heart. That's me speaking from my soul and my spirit. That's not me speaking from the YouTube video that I seen yesterday. That's me really speaking the real. Y'all have to allow yourselves to speak the real. What is real to you? Not somebody else's real. What is your real? I really believe that phones are the detriment of humans. It's crazy. I get it. Yeah, it's crazy. But people aren't using phones the way that they should be used. Phones used to be used just for contacting people. But now people use their phones for everything. People don't know how to get off their phones. People don't know how to close the social media and just be present with people. I walk past people every day. And they probably don't even know I walk past. Because they're so deep in their phones, man. Like, they're just walking. Just scrolling on their phones. Sometimes I look over. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I look over. You know what they're doing? I'll wait. They on TikTok. They're on TikTok, just scrolling. Dude, someone can walk up to you and just hit you with the meanest uppercut. You wouldn't even see it coming. Because you scrolling on TikTok, watching ASMR and watching just BS. I don't even know what's on TikTok anymore because I'm not on it. Come back to self. Be present. Be present. For anyone who doesn't know what being present means, that means allowing yourself to live in the moment. Allowing yourself to acknowledge your surroundings. Allowing yourself to have a clear mind and just be. Just be. You don't always have to be stimulating your brain with something. We take in thousands of words and thoughts every single day. We take in so much every single day. Sometimes you just need to sit in silence and just allow yourself to process. That's why so many people are just stuck. That's why so many people are lazy and ambitious, because they're just overstimulated all the time. Their brain is fried. Actionable steps, man. I want y'all to start journaling every night. I want y'all to start taking 5 minutes to just sit in silence. You don't have to meditate. You don't have to do all that. Just sit in silence for 5 minutes every day. Don't look at anything. You could look at a wall. You could, stare like a bird or something like that. That's fine. That's still meditation in a way. Without a clear mind, you cannot function correctly. Without a clear mind, there is no clear intention. When you're living in someone else's world, when you're living through someone else, you're living vicariously through someone else. When you're trying to engrave yourself in someone else's thinking patterns because it makes sense, you lose yourself. You start to become that person. And I've been there. There's been YouTubers that I watched, and I'm like, the way they think, it just makes so much sense. And then I started to agree with everything they said, not even realizing that sometimes the things that they say, just because they make sense, I don't fully believe it. But I was still believing it because that's all that I listen to. So these YouTubers that you listen to every single day, they say that you are the 5 people that you hang around. I believe that you're also the 5 YouTubers or the 5 artists or the 5 TikTokers that you watch every day, because you start to engrave their same thinking patterns. You start to think exactly like they do. You start to live on their energy. You start to repeat their slang. You start to mirror the way that they act. Allow yourself to be present. Come back to self. I do digital detoxes pretty often. I want y'all to do a 7-day digital detox. If you can't make it to 7 days, just do as many days as you can. In a digital detox, this is what a digital detox entails. No social media, no music. You can listen to background music, listen to like lo-fi music, but no lyrics. The lyrics is what holds the energy. The lyrics is what holds the emotion. These artists, while they were making the song, they were feeling emotion. They wanted you to feel the emotion that they're feeling. So no podcast, no YouTube, no music. So if you're down to do this 7-day detox, I want you to comment locked in down below. Locked in. Alright, man. And the reason that I speak about this topic this way is because I used to be stimulated by so many different things. I used to just play the video game, listen to music, watch TV, scroll on social media, and my brain was fried, bro. I really had no goals. All I would do is, seek this dopamine. I'd have fun playing games and being on my phone all the time. So that's why I speak like this. Because I'm really feeling and I'm really seeing the changes that just getting away from my phone and lowering my screen time, it's just made me feel so much more free. I'm able to speak with more clarity. I'm able to think more positively. And that's the spirit and the God within you. There is positivity deep down. You just gotta let it be heard. You gotta release it, man, because it's muffled. It's muffled right now. So, like I said, comment locked in down below. Hope y'all got some value from this video, and please share this with somebody that got a social media or phone addiction. Cause we need to fix that in 2025. We're in an attention era. Everything's trying to take your attention. You gotta get your attention back. Alright, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all in the next one.